G'day guys, Kyle Tanner coming at ya with my worst games of 2015. My top 5 actually. Now there were some shit boxes this year, from bad gameplay to bad mechanics to basically all of the above basically. And I'm going to go over my top 5 worst games of the year. There will be one surprising one at the beginning. So hopefully it doesn't cause too much controversy. It's just basically my opinion on why it's my worst game, or why it's one of the worst games of the year. But hopefully you won't just start causing a flame war really. But anyways, let's get stuck into this. Number 5, Star Wars Battlefront. Okay, now what you get DICE, who are very good with the Battlefield game, very good. Then you throw EA into it, and then they decide what they want to do with the game. What they do is they take a much beloved franchise from the original consoles and give it their own spin. Basically, they ruin the whole entire game, really. From lackluster multiplayer maps, from unbalanced games like the ATT battle, where you gotta basically try and take down these ATTs. It's unbalanced. It's like you spawn, you die. You spawn, you die. The rebels cannot win. It's impossible for rebels to win. Everyone, you just find out everyone just ends up quitting the game because they can't win when you're playing the rebels. You can only win when you're playing as the Empire. That shouldn't be happening. It's unbalanced. Fix it. Also, why do I have to pay for half the game at retail? Then when I get home and install it, I have to pay another half of the game with a season pass to like more content. Like, if I buy the game at full retail price, I expect to get the full game at retail price. Not half a game, not a quarter of a game, not 3/4 of a game. A whole game. Stop this bullshit. Stop this bullshit with all these fucking microtransactions, all these season passes. It's ruining everything. Just stop it. Also, where the hell's my space battles? Seriously, where's my campaign? You only focus on the multiplayer. Multiplayer is shit. So, really, there's no reason why you shouldn't have paid Galactic Battles, Galactic Conquest, or Campaign. You say the game's way too big, it will just keep everyone immersed in the game with multiplayer. It doesn't. You have basically 5 game modes. 5 game modes basically. Rest of them you have to pay for. Also, don't get me started on the perks. You have to unlock something, or you basically have to get a kill streak to get a ship. Just don't. You can just hop in the ship straight away. You don't need kill streaks to unlock the spaceship or better weapons or a rocket launcher. That should be on the person straight away. You just ruined basically the Battlefront franchise from what we all know and love. Also, the heroes are OP. Jango or Boba Fett. I saw someone get 99 kills and 2 deaths with him. That's OP. That shouldn't be happening. I mean, the heroes are supposed to be challenging, but not OP. Come on, fix it. If you bring out another Battlefront, make it better. Don't just put my game modes in. Don't make me pay for the rest of the game. I want the whole game at retail price. So if you're releasing another game, everything that was bad about it, get rid of it. Only good thing about it was it's got good sound design, good graphics. That's about it. Well, Star Wars Battlefront, my number 5. My number 4 game, worst game of the year, is the Batman Arkham Knight PC version. Now, the console version was in my top 5, but the PC version is my worst game of the year. Reason why? The game's basically unplayable, from crashes to game-breaking glitches. The game was just basically unplayable. I've seen videos of people trying to play on the PC, then absolutely losing their shit because they lose their progress because the game crashed. It glitched out. They can no longer progress. They can no longer continue to play. Thankfully, the guys at Rocksteady realized that they made a mistake, realized that they fucked up. So they took Batman Arkham Knight off Steam completely until it was completely fixed. Now, there is one way to make sure that this doesn't happen, Rocksteady. Make sure you don't outsource your PC version to a third party. Design the game for PC yourself and by yourself alone. Don't loan it out to a third party to make a PC version, because it end up just being a glitchy, game-breaking piece of shit, really. It will ruin your fans will turn on you, and you don't want that, Rocksteady. You just don't want that. You want people to come back to your game. You want people to come back to your company when you bring out more games. You don't want them turning on you saying, we don't trust you to making this PC version anymore. Because basically, PC users were pissed. They wanted refunds. Some people actually went out and bought it on a console instead of getting it on the PC. They just kept on playing it on the console instead of PC, which really they wanted to play on the PC, that's where it would have been fully utilized with all its high HD graphics, its fast-paced, high resolution. The frame rate would have been up and over. Really, it would have been up pushing to the PC's limits, but in the end, it was just a game-breaking, glitchy piece of shit. Really, just don't outsource your PC version to a third-party company. That's what you should do next time, Rocksteady. Just make it yourself. But Batman Arkham Knight, the PC version, is my worst number 4 game. My number 3 worst game of the year, Battlefield Hardline. Now, what do you get when you have your over-the-top action thrust into a TV episodic cop game or police game? Well, really, that's what you get with Battlefield Hardline. I mean, the first mission, that you feel like you're an actual police officer on the streets of LA, I think it was. Can't really remember anymore. Oh, it was Miami. Miami, that's right. Miami. That's how much this game is forgettable. I forgot where it's based in. Yeah, so it's just basically over the top. The first mission, how'd you feel like you're a cop? The first 2 missions, you feel like you're a real police officer. You're really trying to strain this society, make it better, trying to do right. But then you get about quarter way through the game, you get screwed over, and then it jumps straight into basically a heist slash mercenary slash drug lord slash over the top action, really. And basically, even after that, it basically rewards you for not killing anyone. About a quarter way through after you get screwed over, it still rewards you for not killing anyone. What the hell? You're no longer a police officer. I get that. But you want to do right by the law. But in the end, you're doing nothing right by the law. And you've broken out of prison. You've killed tons of people. You blew up a goddamn building. And now you're taking on a private army. Oh, especially breaking and entering. You're supposed to be a police officer, not basically a burglar or a one-man wrecking crew. A guy that has basic training as a police officer should not be taking on tens of thousands of hired mercenaries all by himself, but have a choice not to kill them, have a choice to arrest them to get rewards. That's basically 3/4 of the way through. Basically 3/4 of the way through, they should just drop the arresting and taking people alive. Basically, he should have just gone straight to killing people because he should have been pissed off, not trying to do right by the law or anything like that. I mean, let's just face it, he'd broken out of jail. He already had done wrong by the law. And the multiplayer was kind of lackluster. I mean, a couple of game modes, a couple of heists, basically where you have cops and robbers. It just basically felt out of whack. It made Battlefield seem like it was just going in the wrong direction. I mean, sure, they tried something new. They're given props for that. But it failed. It just failed miserably. And it basically shouldn't be done again. If it's going to be done again, do it right. Make yourself a proper police officer. Make sure you're doing right. Make sure you know what difference between right and wrong. Not going, okay, this is right. Oh, now I'm doing wrong. But I'm still going to do right in the end. Just don't do that. Just don't. So yeah, Battlefield Hardline, my number 3. Number 2 worst game of the year is Evolve. Evolve was it was touted as the next Left 4 Dead, but that crashed and burned straight after launch. That was just a train wreck. It was just a train wreck rushing. As soon as it came and launched, it went down, 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 down. Now, why did that happen? Well, this game was basically released just with DLC in mind, really. The game was just released so you could just have DLC shoved down your throat. So you can unlock stuff that just happened to be on the disc already. If you want another game mode, pay up. If you want a new monster, pay up. If you want new characters, pay up. It was just terrible. It was a multiplayer focus only game. I mean, Left 4 Dead was a multiplayer focus only game, but that was okay. That was fine. That was a great game. I loved it. But with Evolve, it failed. Why was that? Well, for starters, you hunt down one monster. That monster gets a 30-second head start to try and evolve as quickly as possible. Simple, right? But then you get your plays. Now, you have to play with 3 other people. If you play with no other people and it's just you, the AI is completely dumb. It is retarded. It doesn't know what it wants to do, or how to do it, or what to do. It is the most stupidest AI I have ever seen. It is completely retarded. Doesn't. There's no wonder this game was just crashed and burned straight after launch. No one played it whatsoever after launch because it just basically sucked. So yeah, a game that was touted as the next Left 4 Dead absolutely failed. So Evolve, my number 2 worst game of the year. Now, what you've all been waiting for, my number 1 worst game of the year. It's just the worst game you can ever play this year. That's the Godzilla game. Holy shit, what a train wreck. The game's just basically stupid. I mean, play as a monster. You get to play as Godzilla. That's awesome. You get to play as Godzilla. But the campaign is absolutely terrible. What you want to do is every single time, every single mission is destroy power reactors. That's every mission. Every mission you have to destroy a power reactor. Basically, nearly after every mission, you get a boss fight. That's cool, you get Godzilla versus one of his enemies. Not cool. The combat's shit. It's absolutely shit. It's like little... I don't know what it is. I don't know what type of fighting it is. Basically, you can just spam one button and win. It's that simple. Spam a button, win. Another boss fight, spam a button, win. Another boss fight, spam another button, win. It was just... The graphics were terrible. Campaign was absolutely shit. Multiplayer is just basically the most boring thing ever. You bring a friend, it's like, okay, we're gonna play Godzilla. It's like, you're like, no, don't force that game on me. If you do, I'm defriending you. Oh, you're no longer my friend. I hate you now. That's what this game makes people feel like. So yeah, bring a friend over and try to play Godzilla. He will no longer be your friend. This game is absolutely terrible. Do not play it. Do not buy it. It ain't even worth buying. It's a terrible game. So yeah, Godzilla, my number one worst game of the year. Hope you enjoyed watching that. I know I enjoyed talking about it and venting my frustration on some of these games. But hopefully you enjoyed watching it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me vent my frustration. I know I did. But if you like my video, just don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hell, maybe even share. But until next time guys, I'm Kyle Tander and I'll catch you later.